begin with global macros then. According to a recent Federal Reserve survey, credit conditions in the US continued to tighten in the initial months of this calendar year. The report warns that banks' concerns about slower growth could lead them to make fewer loans, eventually accelerating an economic downturn. It also highlighted commercial real estate as an area of heightened risk that will draw more scrutiny from bank examiners.
And in an otherwise worrying scenario, US Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen continues to flag concerns over debt ceiling. Reiterates that failure to raise the debt ceiling would cause an economic catastrophe. Yellen has been constantly flagging off concerns over debt conditions as the country edges dangerously close to the worst-case scenario, a potential US debt default.
And it's a slew of cautious comments clouding global macro outlook. We're looking at the Chicago Federal Reserve. Austan Goolsbee says that the central bank needs to be data dependent to determine further rate hike strategy. Recession is a possibility, he adds, as he reiterates that it is too soon to determine what's coming in Fed's June policy. He reiterates the need for Congress to raise the debt ceiling.
And in global earnings, payments giant PayPal has gone ahead and raised its full-year guidance post Q1 earnings that topped street estimates. The earnings beat largely driven by cost cuts and growth in e-commerce. Looking ahead, the company now expects to grow adjusted EPS by about 20% versus their earlier guidance of 18%.
And tracking news from the deal space, reports suggest that New York Times will receive a whopping $100 million from Google over 3 years as a part of a broader deal. The deal allows Google to feature Times content on some of its platforms.
And shifting focus to Australia, where the country's federal budget is projected to record a $4 billion surplus this financial year, which would be the first surplus in 15 years. Country's Treasurer Jim Chalmers has revealed that despite a $58 billion deficit projected in the March budget, the government has managed to log a surplus on the bottom line.